10-minute yoga sequence for runners. Begin by coming into child's pose, bottom back towards heels, forehead resting on the floor and the arms in a comfortable position. When you're ready, come up to a kneeling position, and we're going to start with our cat-cow posture, breathing in, looking forwards, breathing out, rounding the back and looking towards the thighs. Inhaling, looking forwards, allow the shoulders and the shoulder blades to slide down the spine. Exhaling, rounding the back. We're going to do about 5 rounds, moving with the breath, trying not to rush the movement. Focusing on moving synchronized with the breath. Inhaling, looking forwards, breathing out, rounding the spine. One more round. Keep moving with the breath. And then we're going to come up into downward dog. So keeping the knees bent, elbows soft, feet hip width apart. Allow the hips to rise up into the air. Again, becoming aware of the shoulder blades, think about them sliding towards your waist. And we're going to alternately bend one leg and bring the heel of the opposite foot down towards the floor. Stretching out the back of the leg as the heel comes down, trying not to push with our hands, thinking more about lifting the coccyx up towards the ceiling. Try and keep the head relaxed. And then swing the right leg forwards to the front of the mat. We're coming into a kneeling lunge here. We want the weight going through the front foot, making sure that the core is engaged, the glutes of the back leg are engaged, and we can bring the palms of the hands together. Press the palms of the hands together. Breathe fully. If you want to, you can take the arms up towards the ceiling. And remembering to keep the core engaged, thinking about bringing the whole body forwards as a unit, not just arching the lower back. If your hips are tight, you'll probably feel this in the back thigh. Bringing the left hand to the mat and looking up towards the ceiling. If this feels okay on your neck, you can also take the hand straight up towards the ceiling. Think about rotating from the shoulder blades and from the tummy area. If this is a bit much on your shoulder or your neck, then you can bring the hand down onto the waist, and you can alternately look towards the floor. We're now going to bring the back foot forwards, coming into a soft forward bend. And then straightening the back, reorganizing the spine. Breathing out, folding forwards. Breathing in, squeezing the shoulder blades, reorganizing the spine. Breathing out, folding forwards. So every time we inhale, we're lifting the chest, bringing the body more parallel to the floor, and then rolling up, taking the arms up towards the ceiling. Here we can do a quick side bend, taking the palms towards the ceiling, side bending towards the right, and then the left. We're now going to take our right foot back. Again, to begin with, we want the right heel back on the floor. Again, thinking about engaging the core, bending the front knee, bringing the palms of the hands together. So we're just stretching out the back leg again here. Nice deep breaths. And then taking the weight over the front foot. We want the weight going through the ball of the foot. The back toes are just lightly resting on the floor. You can bend that back knee as you send the hip backwards and come back down to a more parallel position with the floor with the upper body. As as you're bending forwards, really make sure you're loading through the front of the foot of the left leg. You want to feel the pressure going through the base of the big toe. We want to be loading that front leg appropriately, trying not to round the lower back. 5 rounds again here, and on the last one, if you want to, you can hold that whilst breathing. Every time you breathe out, think about engaging the core, breathing in, making sure that you're loading through the foot at the front. Coming back up. Coming up onto the tiptoes. And then if this movement's available to you, bending the knees and coming down to a squat on the toes. Feet go to the floor, hands go to the floor, and then take the right foot back and then all the way back into downward dog. And this time we can bring both heels more towards the floor. And then we're going to bring the left foot forwards, and we're just repeating what we've done but on the other side this time. So kneeling lunge, really get some stability around the back. Think about engaging the glutes of the back leg, focusing your awareness on the thigh of the back leg. If you want to intensify the stretch, you can take the arms up towards the ceiling, and as a unit bring the whole body forwards, trying not to arch through the lower back as you do so. Bring the right hand down, the left hand goes up. Think about engaging those shoulder blades, twisting from the navel area, looking up towards the ceiling if that feels good to you, otherwise look down. Both hands to the floor, bringing the back foot forwards, forward fold, soft back, breathing in, straightening the spine. We're going from that rounded forward fold up to an organized spine and a stronger engaged position with the upper body parallel to the floor. Again, 5 rounds, and the final one, if you wish to, you could hold, bringing the arms up towards the ceiling and coming back to our side bending movement. Taking the left foot back now, stretching through the back leg, the heel goes down towards the floor. Get some stability around the spine. Think about engaging through or around the muscles of the back, palms of the hands together, really stretching out the back of the leg, creating some stability as we come forwards. Take the weight down through the front foot, back toes are there just to support. And then send the hips back, loading through the foot. Make sure that you're not gripping with your toes. Sending the hips back. And bending that front leg. Holding again if you wish to. Taking a few breaths whilst you maintain the position. Work to your own limits. Bring the back foot forwards, palms together, come up onto the tiptoes, and if this movement's available to you, squatting down on the toes. Palms to the floor. Finishing now in downward dog. Nice deep breaths. Allow the heels to relax towards the floor if that feels good in your body. And then bringing the knees to the floor and returning back to our starting position in child's pose. Knees wide, forehead on the floor, arms resting, and finish with 10 deep breaths.